Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Fans of General Hospital are buzzing with fresh theories, speculation, and heated debates after the latest developments involving Britt and Nathan. For months, there's been suspicion about Nathan's true identity, but the recent interactions with Britt have convinced a large portion of the audience that the so-called Nathan we've been watching is not who he claims to be. Viewers are pointing to subtle cues, offhand remarks, inconsistencies, and the unmistakable sense that Britt may have just let the truth slip, or perhaps deliberately exposed it. And now the conversation is exploding with the belief that Nathan is a fake, a character constructed on lies, and that Britt may be the one who pulled the mask off without even realizing it. The dialogue that sparked this entire uproar wasn't flashy or explosive, but the details buried within it gave fans everything they needed to spin an argument that Nathan's identity has been fabricated. Britt's tone, her choice of words, the strange look she gave, and the context of the conversation, it all pointed in a single direction. The more fans replayed the scene, the clearer it became. Britt seemed to know something she wasn't supposed to reveal, and in doing so, she fueled the fire that Nathan might not be authentic. For years, Nathan has been portrayed as this steady figure, someone rooted in integrity, someone trustworthy. But soap operas thrive on unraveling hidden truths, and this latest moment is making people reassess everything they thought they knew about him. The idea that Nathan is fake doesn't necessarily mean he's a total stranger or that his existence is fabricated from scratch. It could mean his backstory, his family connections, his motivations, or even his loyalties have all been a carefully woven illusion. And if Britt just exposed the cracks in that facade, the entire house of cards could be on the verge of collapsing. When fans point to Britt's role in this revelation, they're not exaggerating. Her history with secrets, deception, and manipulation makes her the perfect character to drop such a bombshell, whether intentionally or through a slip of the tongue. She's the kind of character who often operates in gray areas, and when she interacts with Nathan, there's always an underlying tension. It's not simply sibling banter or friendly conversation. It's laced with hints, double meanings, and moments that feel out of place if everything was exactly as it seemed. That's what makes this latest exchange so crucial. One of the biggest talking points among fans is how Britt looked at Nathan right after her comment. There was a pause, a flicker in her eyes. Something almost calculating. It was as if she realized she had said too much, but instead of backtracking, she let the silence hang. That silence became louder than words for the audience. In soap operas, a glance or hesitation can carry as much weight as a full confession, and in this case, it carried the implication that Nathan's identity might not be genuine. The speculation has only grown stronger since then. Social media exploded with posts, rewinds, and slowed-down clips of the scene. Some fans pointed out that Nathan's reaction was equally suspicious. Instead of brushing it off naturally, he seemed rattled, defensive even, as if Britt had touched a nerve. That defensiveness can be read as guilt or fear. Why would Nathan, who's supposed to be confident in his background and sense of self, react in such a way unless there was something to hide? The more you examine that interaction, the more it feels like a chess game between two characters who know more than they're letting on. The idea of Nathan being fake doesn't come out of nowhere either. There have been inconsistencies in his storyline for quite some time. Little things that didn't add up, details about his past, strange gaps in his history, moments where other characters' recollections didn't align with his version of events. On their own, those moments could be dismissed as typical soap opera continuity issues. But in light of Britt's possible revelation, they suddenly feel like breadcrumbs deliberately planted along the way. Fans are now connecting those dots and building a case that Nathan's entire persona may be a fabrication. One of the most compelling theories is that Nathan has been impersonating someone else all along, or that he was brought in under false pretenses to fill a role within Port Charles. If Britt knows the truth, and her slip suggests she does, it means she's been holding on to a major secret that could shatter multiple relationships. Fans believe that Britt's history of scheming makes her both credible and dangerous in this context. She knows how to weaponize information, and if she chose this moment to dangle Nathan's identity in front of the audience, it may have been intentional. What makes the situation even more explosive is how deeply Nathan's character is tied to the emotional core of other storylines. If he's fake, That means everything connected to him is built on lies. His relationships, his bonds, the trust others place in him, all of that could come crashing down. For viewers, that raises the stakes exponentially. The ripple effect of such a reveal would touch nearly every corner of the canvas. And Britt, standing at the center of this potential bombshell, would become one of the most pivotal figures in the current storyline. Another factor driving this speculation is Britt's demeanor overall. She didn't appear guilty, she didn't seem apologetic, and she certainly didn't look confused. Instead, she had that signature Britt smirk, the kind of expression that suggests she knows exactly what she's doing. That expression alone has been dissected by fans frame by frame. Was it satisfaction? Was it amusement at having finally cornered Nathan? Or was it a signal to the audience that the writers are about to blow the lid off his character? Whichever way you interpret it, it was enough to convince fans that the truth about Nathan being fake is now firmly on the table. This isn't the first time General Hospital has played with identity twists, of course. Fake siblings, imposters, long-lost relatives, secret twins. GH has built a reputation on these kinds of storylines. That history makes it even more plausible that Nathan could be fake. It wouldn't be a departure from the show's style, it would be a continuation of a beloved soap opera tradition. Fans know this, which is why they're leaning into the theory so heavily. The moment Britt let that line slip, it felt like the beginning of a much larger reveal. Even if Britt didn't outright confirm Nathan is fake, the power of suggestion is enough to get fans convinced. Soap operas thrive on ambiguity, letting viewers interpret the smallest details in dramatic ways. In this case, Britt gave fans exactly the fuel they needed. A single comment, paired with a meaningful look, opened the floodgates for speculation. And now it's become the dominant conversation in the fandom, overshadowing other storylines. Everyone wants to know, is Nathan a fake, and if so, why? The why is perhaps the most intriguing part of the discussion. If Nathan is fake, there must be a reason behind it. Was he planted by someone with an agenda? Is he protecting a secret identity? Is he part of a larger scheme that involves manipulating the people of Port Charles? Or is he simply someone who has been lying to protect himself from past mistakes? The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly what makes the storyline so compelling. Fans are filling in the blanks with their own theories, each one more dramatic than the last. Some believe that Britt is orchestrating the reveal herself, slowly but surely setting up Nathan's downfall. Others think she might be torn, conflicted between exposing him and keeping his secret for her own advantage. Still others believe she slipped by accident, and now Nathan will scramble to contain the fallout. Each theory adds layers of tension to what comes next. The uncertainty is part of the thrill, but the overwhelming consensus remains the same. Britt just proved that Nathan is a fake. The fan reaction has been overwhelmingly passionate. Comments online range from outrage to excitement, from disbelief to vindication. Some viewers feel betrayed, insisting they always trusted Nathan, while others are delighted that their long-standing suspicions are finally being validated. The polarization of the fanbase is exactly what makes this storyline so effective. It's not just about what's happening on screen. It's about how viewers are engaging with it, dissecting every frame, and debating what it all means. In the end, the truth about Nathan will unfold in typical soap opera fashion, slowly, dramatically, and with plenty of twists along the way. But for now, the evidence fans are clinging to is Britt's slip, her look, and Nathan's reaction. That moment has become the spark that ignited a wildfire of speculation, and until the show delivers concrete answers, the belief that Nathan is fake will only continue to grow. The seed has been planted, and Britt may very well have been the one who watered it. As fans wait for the next episodes, the tension keeps building. The longer the show delays confirming or denying Nathan's authenticity, the more viewers will believe that something is being hidden. And that's the genius of soap storytelling. Keep the audience guessing, keep them talking, keep them invested. Right now, General Hospital has done exactly that. Britt may not have stood in front of a crowd and shouted that Nathan is fake, but in the world of soaps, subtlety is everything. The way she delivered her line, the way she looked at him, the way he reacted, that's all it took. At this point, fans are convinced, and no amount of denial will change their minds until the show addresses it head-on. Nathan's identity is under the microscope, and Britt is at the center of the storm. Whether she intended to or not, she just gave the audience the proof they needed. And in the world of soap operas, perception is reality. As far as the fans are concerned, Britt just proved Nathan is a fake, and there's no going back from that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.